Hello guys, welcome back to the Debug Arena. In this video, I will show you how to implement login functionality in React.js using Node.js as the backend and MySQL as the database. The first question is why you should prefer this video. And my answer to that is the coding method I will show you is efficient, optimized and commonly used in big project and corporate environments. Additionally, I am following the MVC structure in Node.js, which is a professional and organized approach to building the backend application. So let me first show you a demo of what we are going to build in today's video. Here you can see this is my job portal application and this is my login screen and this is my sign up screen. The UI I have already created and I'm not going to develop UI in this video. Now if I click on sign up button, you can see I'm getting this error, all fields are required. This validation is coming from backend. Now let me quickly fill all the forms. I will click on the sign up button and you can see I have got this message user registered successfully and my form is empty. Now I will go to login and try to log in with the same user. Click on login and you can see I've got this message login successful and I have been navigated to user home screen. I'm saying user home screen because in my upcoming video I will also integrate admin login to the same login page and admin will navigate to his dashboard and user will navigate to user home screen. At the user home screen I'm showing his name and its email in the main page and also in the nav bar, and at last I can do the logout. So these are the things I'm going to cover in this video. So without any delay, let's get started. Okay, you can see here this is my front-end React.js code and here I have already integrated React Router DOM in my application. So if you also want to learn about React Router, then you can check out my previous video where I have covered each and every concept of React Router including lazy DOM, private routing and many much more. Now I will directly jump on to sign up page and you can see here this is my sign up page where I have written nothing, just created the layout. Now if I show you the output of my current application, so if I go to sign up and click on the sign up button, you can see my form is reloading and nothing is happening here. So what I will do, I will go here and here the first job will be to capture the value of whatever user is entering in our form. That we can do through the state, but I'm not going to create four different state. Yes, you heard it right. I'm going to create only one state and capture the value in that. How we can do that? For that, I will come here and let's create a single state name as form values, comma, set form values. Here I will assign use state and in this I will assign some object. So I will write like this and here I will pass username and keep it as empty. Same thing email. Here I will mention all the form which I have. So like mobile. So by creating the object like this, we can capture the whole form values inside a single state. Okay. After that, I will go to my each and every input box. Here, the mandatory thing is that we have to assign the name and it should be unique for every field. After that, we have to write here value and the value will be form value, which is my state dot username. And along with this, I also have to capture whatever user write there. So I will write here on change, and on change I will call a function name as handle. But here if you notice, I will not create the four different function to capture the four different field. Okay, I will create a single function that will capture my whole form. So what I will do, I will copy these two values and paste it at all the fields, just change their respective field. Okay, done. I hope you are good till here. After that, I will go up and here let's create the function handle input change. This will accept the E which will come from form, and in E we will get the data. How we can get the data? Through E dot target dot value. So here I will write const and I will destructure two things. One will be name which will directly refer to this. Okay, and the other one will be value which will be the value of the form is equal to E which is my form dot target. So in this way we can destructure that. After that, I will just call my state here set form value. Then here as set form value will accept the object and object contain key value pair. So its key will be name and its value will be value. Okay. After this, I will create one more function which will be handle submit. Here also I will accept the E, and the first thing which we will do here is to write here e dot prevent default so that the form will not reload. And after that, I will just console.log my form values. Okay. Now let's call this handle submit at our form and I will write here on submit. I will save this. Before moving to check the output, I will just scroll down and I will remove the validation from here. This is type email. Okay, I will remove that. Now I will go to see the output. I will open my console and I will enter my username here, and when I click on sign up you can see I'm getting the username, but when I enter the email you can see here that I'm getting the email but username is not there. Why it is? It is because it is updating my state. it is not preserving whatever the previous state was. So to tackle that, I will come back here, and here before this name, as this is the object, here I will use the spread operator, and I will use this spread operator with to my form values, so that whatever form value is having as a previous value will be there. Now I will save this. Let's go to our application again. Now I will enter mobile number, and you can, when I click on sign up, you can see I'm getting email and mobile, and in the same way I'm getting password also. So in this way we can capture the form values by using just one state. Now in the backend we can pass directly this state, and we can do the registration. So now let's move on to the backend, and let's create the register API. Okay, you can see here this is my Node.js code, and here I have followed the MVC structure. If you don't know anything about MVC structure, then you can follow my video where I have shown what is MVC structure and how you can convert your normal Node.js application to MVC structure. Here I have started my server using Node.mon app, and I'm getting here database connection successful, and the tables are already created. So I have already connected my Node.js backend to MySQL database. If you also want to do that, you can check out my video. Why I'm telling you to go and see that video, because in that I have not just shown how to make the connection, but I have also applied this thing, that whenever you are making the connection with database, table will also be created automatically if they don't exist. Yeah, you heard it right. Whenever you start your database connection, if the tables are not there, then our code will automatically create those table. Like, we don't have to open MySQL Workbench or phpMyAdmin every time we need to create the table. Like you can see here inside dbutil.js, I have written the query to create the table, and it will create the table automatically. So if you also want to learn this, then you can go and check out that video, and you can see here in dbconfig, this is my configuration, and here I am checking the connection. Now let's create the register API. Now you might be thinking, in the MVC structure, from which folder we should start making the API. So in my case, I am also having the services folder. Now many of you will think, why I have created this services folder? Why not to write or create the API in controller? And the answer is, in the big application, we have to make sure that we separate our actual business logic from validation of data and all. Like in controller, I will receive the data from request.body and do validation there, and then I will send that proper valid data to my services, which will do the actual business logic thing, like interacting with database. So let me first go to services, and let's create a folder here, auth services.js. In the same way, I will also create for controller and routes. After this, I will go to auth and let's create my API, which is register user. So I will write here export const register user. I have given type as module, that's why I am writing like this. This API will be async, as it can take time. Also, it will accept some data from my controller, so I will write here user. And for now, I will just console.log user, because I am just creating the structure for this. So our services are ready. Here we will write our actual business logic. After this, I will go to my controller, and here also create a register function. So I will write export const register, but here I will accept two things. One will be request and other one will be response. Now the first thing will be to accept whatever data we are getting from front end. So what I will do, I will do the destructuring, and I will get username, mobile, email and password. This name should be same as in the front end, and we can extract this through request.body. So here we have got the data. After this, I have already told you that all our validation will be present in the auth controller only. So here I will write one condition, that if my username is not present, that is it is empty, or my mobile is not present, if any of this data is not present, then I will return a response here, which will be my error. So I will write here response.status, and the status code will be 400, and my data will be, I'm going to send the same type of response from everywhere, like success. In this case, it will be false and one message. All fields are required. Okay, that's it for the validation. If you want, you can add more like the email format and all, but I don't want that. After that, let me show you my model here. I will go here, and this is my model, and in this I have done nothing. I am just assigning this dot username to user dot username. Okay, and here we will get user. So why I have created this model now? So that the data coming from the front end will have the same variable name. Also, here I have not assigned the data type. If you want, you can assign the data type, so that it will be more secure, and this is done to do the encapsulation. So what I will do here, I will just write here const user. Okay, and I will create the instance of that class. Instance we can create using new keyword, and in this I will pass all my data, which is this, like this. Now after this, I will write try and catch block, and inside the try block, here I will call my service. So I will write here const response equal to await, because our service can take time. And what is my service name? It is registered user and it should be imported from auth service. Make sure in type module to write .js, otherwise it will give error. Okay, register, and in this it is accepting the data, so I will directly pass the user. Make sure to create the model in frontend also, because it make application more secure. For now, that's it for the controller. I will save this. Now I will go to my auth route. Currently I'm just making the structure. Okay, in the auth route, all the API which is related to the authentication, we can list it here. So what I will do, I will first import the express. Here I will create a variable router equal to express.router. After that, I will write here router, and my method name is post, because I have to get the data from front end. And here I will pass my API name, which will be register user. And which function this API should hit? It should hit our auth controller. So here I will write register user, and it should be imported from auth service. No, 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 not auth service. It should be imported from auth controller. So I will write here auth controller. So I will just remove this. We can make it as .js. Now what will happen, whenever user will hit this register user, this register function will call, it is auth controller. It will do the validation. Then it will go to our register user, which is our service. Okay, this is how the flow will went. After that, I will just export. Now we are done here. We just have to call this router in my app.js also. So I will go to app.js, and here after this express.json, make sure to add this so that you can accept the request in the form of JSON. After this, I will write app.use, and here I will write my proper API location. So I am hitting the API like this, API slash auth, and whatever auth API will be, I will get it from auth route. Okay, let's import this auth route. So I will write here import auth route from, here I can call my route, which is auth route.js. Now here, to access all the auth API, I can access it through localhost 3000 slash API slash auth slash register user. In future I will create login also, getting the user detail and so on. So this is the way we can separate multiple APIs in big project. So we are done till here. Now I will go to auth service, and let's write the actual business logic. First thing will be, I will write here try and catch block, and in the try block I will create a variable name as query, and here I will write the actual query of insert, to insert in our database. So if I go to dbutil.js, and you can see this is my database user, and it is having name, email, mobile and password. Also email is unique, so that every user can register with one email at once only. So here I will write my query insert into users, and what are the column name of user? Name, email, mobile and password. And what values it will store? It will store the dynamic value. So because of that, I will just write here 4 question mark. Okay, so our query is ready. Now the query want values, so I will write here values, and in the value we can pass whatever data we have. So the data we are getting through user, and we can get it like user dot username, user.email, mobile and password. Okay, done. Here I also want to encrypt the password. So for that, we have to import one package which is bcrypt.js. Like if I go to package.json, you can see I have already installed bcrypt.js, also course. So make sure to install these two packages. Then I will go to auth service, and here I will import bcrypt from bcrypt.js. Here I will create a new variable hash password, and I will write here bcrypt dot hash. What it should hash? It should hash user dot password, and then I can pass the number of digit, which is 10, and here I will directly pass my hash password. Okay, fine. Now we have to run this query to our actual database. For that, I will write here await, because this will take time, and here I will write pool, and it will be imported from config.db.js. So if I take you to config.db, here I have created this variable pool which is having my data. Okay, so that's why he will be able to access my database and create or insert any data in there. So I will write here pool.query. This query is coming from MySQL only, and in this I will pass two things. One will be our actual query, which is insert into users, and its value, which is value. Okay, done. This query, if successful, will return a successful, or else it will go to catch block. So here, if it is successful, I will return success as true, else success is false. I'm also passing the message here. So we are done here. Let's save this. Now you know this register user, which is our service, will receive the data from controller, and whatever response it will send now, that will also be received by controller only. So here in controller, I will add one more condition, that if response dot success, that is, you can see here this success is true. Then I will send one more response dot status. On success, the status is 200 dot JSON, and whatever response I'm getting from my service. In the same way, else I can return the 400 status. And here if at the upper level only we get some error, so we will also return unsuccessful here. Okay, done. So in this way, using try and catch block, you can capture each and every unsuccessful and successful move and share to the front end and then handle there, so that user will be aware of each and every action happening in your backend code. Before moving to front end, I will go to app.js, and here I will first remove this API. It should be like this, and here I will import the course from course. If you don't have course, you can install that, and after that we have to write here app.use so that we can accept the request and send the response from our front end. I will save this. I will move to my React code, and here you can see this is my handle submit. Here I will call the Axios. So I have already install the Axios. You can also install the Axios. So first thing, I will make it as async. Then I will come here and create a variable response equal to await axios.post, as this is the post method. And here I will pass the URL, which is http localhost 3000 slash API slash auth slash my API name, which is register user. To the backend, we also have to share the values. So I can just pass here our form values, which is the whole object with our current form data. For now, I will just console.log response here. My bad, here I have to enter this. Now I will save this. Let's go and check the output. So here, if I click on sign up, okay, I'm getting 404, and here you should know how to extract the data. So to extract the data, you can go here, go to response, and here in data I'm getting something HTML and all. Okay, let me check my backend. API auth is correct. If I go to user route, oh my bad, I have written dot here. I will just remove this, save this, again come here, cross this out, then click on sign up button, and you can see here what I'm getting. Here inside response, I am getting config data header, and inside data I am getting success as false and message all fields are required. So our API is getting hit. Nice. Let me just enter all the details. Clear this. Click on sign up, and you can see again I am getting 400. And if I come here and go to data, here you can see I'm getting registration failed. Please try again. Okay, let me see the API. So if I go to auth controller, okay, we have written here, please try again also. Let me just remove this, okay. Like we have to differentiate between the message, whether it is coming from controller or service. And if I go to service, here also everything seems to be correct. Okay, here in hash password, we have to add await because it will take time. Now I will save this. I will go here. I will cut it out, click on sign up, and you can see I am getting the proper response. And here inside this data I'm getting success true and user registered successfully. Now here make sure to apply the validation in front end and back end. For front end validation, like when user click on sign up and everything is empty, here username cannot be empty, email should be in proper format. If you want to show that type of message, for that also I have created one video, you can go and check out that. But for now, let me just integrate the toast message, which will show all the type of message, like even these errors and this successful also. To show the toast message, you have to install one package named as React Toastify. So if I go to package.json, you can see you have to import the React Toastify, and in app.js, you have to add these two lines, container and this CSS. Okay, and also you have to import this toast container. This is a component, this is the way how you can call that. And here we are defining where we have to show and the other attributes. This is a mandatory, otherwise your toast message will not show. After this, I will go to sign up. Now here I will just show the toast message based on the success and error response. So let me do that quickly. Okay, you can see here I have restructured the whole thing, and here I am getting the response, and based on the response dot data dot success, if that is a success, I am calling a toast dot success, and this toast is imported from our React Toastify. And here I am passing my message, which is response.data.message. Otherwise I am passing registration successful. And here if the registration is successful, I will navigate to login, and also I will make my form as empty. Currently I'm not navigating, otherwise I will show the error. And here also I am handling the error. Just one more thing, like if I go here and check the click on this sign up, so you can see I'm getting some error. but here I'm getting registration failed only. So what we have to modify now, we have to go to our backend code, and here you can see that whatever error we are getting, we are not passing that to the front end. So to do that, I will just add another parameter here, which is error, and it will directly take the error. Now I will save this, then I will go to front end, and here I will add one more condition, that error dot response dot data dot message. Before this, if data dot error is present, then it will show that. I will save this. I will come here, click on sign up, and nothing came. Why it is? Let's see the structure. Response, data, error. Okay, in error also there is a message. So I will just write here another message. This is going in loop, but no issue. I will just write here another message, save this, then I will come here, click on the sign up, and you can see here I'm getting duplicate entry 8778 for key users dot email. So here for the duplicate case, rather than depending on the database, you can directly add the validation in your API only. But I have just shown you that if you directly want to show the error coming from a backend, like you have modified your backend like that, so you can do like this and destructure that in front end like this. Now let me just show you the successful scenario. So I will come here, modify the email to adae@g.co. I'll hit on sign up, and you can see I'm getting user registered successfully. I think this video is already very long, so I will cover the login and getting the user details in the next part. But I hope you have understand each and everything about this video, and you are also able to do the registration in React using Node.js and MySQL pure MVC structure. Make sure to like the video and subscribe, and also put in comment whether you have understand or not. Thank you for watching the video.